Welcome to Fidel Science Academy. Please do well to subscribe to the channel. Today we are going to look at mathematics, and one of the questions we are going to look at is centers on sword. I have treated similar questions like that on another particular videos that I dropped so far, but we want to continue with it. Let's look at this question. The question is on the board. Say evaluate 3 all over root 3 plus root 2. So now what we are going to do is to rationalize this particular sword. At this moment, let's dive into it. So now we are saying that solution to this question, we are saying that we're having 3 all over root 3 plus root 2. So now what we do is, by looking at this denominator, by rationalizing it, if we rationalize the denominator, we now have 3 all over root 3 plus root 2. Because of doing rationalization, this will turn to negative. We now have it to be times 3 minus root 2 all over root 3 minus root 2. So we are saying that at this moment, we multiply the upper denominator. So if we multiply the numerator, we now have it to be equals to 3 times 3 root 3. We have 3 root 3. Then 3 times 2 root 2, we now have it to be minus root 3 root 2 all over. So we multiply this. Root 3 times root 3 will give us, because will give us 3. Then root 3 times minus root 2 will give us minus root 6. Then root 3, then root 2 plus root 2 times root 3 will give us plus root 6. Then the next one, 2 times root 2 times root 2 will give us 2. So at this moment, we now have equals to this and this. This and this will still retain this root 3 minus 3 root 2. Then this one and this we cancel out this. We now have it all over 3 minus 2. So at this moment, because of space, we now write it here. So we are now having this to be what? 3 root 3 minus 3 root 2 all over this, and this will give us 1, which is equals to 3 root 3 minus 3 root 2. So we end it here. This is the answer of this particular question. So what we are trying to look at is rationalizing. When we are rationalizing sword, we now say that 3 over root 3 plus root 2. This will give us, when we say solution to this problem, we now rationalize it to be what? When this, because of this plus sign, during rationalization, we now turn to negative, which we now have it to be 3 all over 3 root 3 plus root 2 times root 3 minus root 2. Then all over root 3 minus root 2. So when we do, what we do, we multiply this. 3 times root 3 will give us 3 root 3. 3 times root 2 will give us 3 root 2. Then come down, we multiply this by this. 3 root 3 times root 3 will give us 3, because this square root will go off. Then root 3 times root 2, this will now be 3 times 2, which will have 3 root 6. Then the next one is root 3, root 2. Root 2 times root 3 will give us 6, which is plus, this plus. Then root 2 times root 2 will give us 2. Because of the sign of root, we go off. We will now have 3 root 3 minus 3 root 2. 3, when this and this go off, we now have it to be 3 and 2. So we have 3 minus 2. So at this moment, we now say that our 3 root 2 minus 3 root 3 minus 3 root 2 all over 1, because 3 minus 1 is 1. Then divide both of the upper denominator by 1. We now have it to be 3 root 3 minus 3 root 2 as our final answer. Do well to subscribe to Fidel Science Academy so that when I drop new videos, you can also be a part of it, and do well to subscribe. Thank you so much. You are welcome.